Imagine standing in the middle of Egypt's endless desert. Beneath these golden dunes, hidden from the world for millennia, lies a discovery so astonishing that it silences the most brilliant scientific minds. As the last rays of sunlight paint the horizon in fiery reds and deep golds, a team of archaeologists uncovers a stone doorway buried deep in the sand. The door is massive and cold to the touch, carved with symbols unfamiliar to even the most experienced historians. Unlike any known language, the carvings pulse faintly when the sunlight touches them, as if the stone itself is alive and waiting. The doorway leads to a tomb thought to have been lost forever, a tomb belonging to the last king of Egypt, not just a ruler, but a figure shrouded in legends, power, and mystery. Egypt's history is rich with tales of powerful pharaohs, golden pyramids, and gods who commanded the skies. Yet, this discovery is different. This tomb is absent from historical records. No stories speak of this king's reign. The tomb's location, hidden beneath miles of desert, suggests it was meant to remain undiscovered. The walls surrounding the entrance are etched with warnings. They open this door, and inside, a chamber reveals untouched treasures. Golden masks, jeweled weapons, and statues with elongated skulls and large, unmoving eyes. They watch in silence, as if guarding secrets that should never see the light of day. At the heart of the chamber stands a sarcophagus made of black stone. The carvings on its surface glow faintly, as if reacting to the presence of the living. Modern machinery lifts the impossibly heavy lid. Inside lies a sight that freezes the entire team in disbelief. The body within is perfectly preserved, untouched by time. The king's skin appears lifelike, smooth and unwrinkled. His eyes remain closed, his features calm, as though merely sleeping. The figure is enormous, standing nearly 8 feet tall. His arms are crossed over his chest, clutching an object unlike anything ever seen before. A book, crafted not from papyrus, but from thin metallic sheets, rests in his hands. The metal hums faintly, warm to the touch and covered in unfamiliar writing. The pages glisten in the torchlight, reflecting symbols that no known civilization ever used. Alongside the book lies a map etched into the metal pages. The map depicts the stars with astonishing precision, including star systems known only to modern astronomers. One star system is circled in deep red. Beneath the circled stars, a single word is inscribed. Next to the sarcophagus, a stone tablet rests, its surface inscribed with patterns and symbols that appear to glow. The carvings stretch across the stone in looping patterns, resembling constellations in the night sky. In a corner of the tablet, a date is etched, one that corresponds not to the past, but to a time still to come. The deeper chambers of the tomb reveal walls covered in more symbols and depictions of celestial bodies. Some of the constellations match those visible in the current night sky, while others remain unfamiliar, unrecognizable even to experts in modern astronomy. The carvings show scenes of beings descending from the stars, bearing gifts of knowledge, tools, and light. They stand tall and regal, surrounded by humans who look up at them with reverence. The presence of these carvings suggests that the last king of Egypt possessed knowledge that far exceeded what was believed possible for his time. Advanced metallurgy tools, unidentifiable alloys, and strange mechanical devices lie in carefully arranged patterns on stone tables. The air in these chambers feels charged, as though electricity runs just beneath the surface of the walls. Remember to join our community by subscribing to this channel. As the team explores further, they find additional metallic tablets stacked in a hidden compartment. Each tablet hums faintly, vibrating with an unseen force. The tablets contain more maps, calculations, and symbols that reference cycles of the stars and complex astronomical alignments. One tablet, larger than the rest, depicts a cataclysmic event marked by symbols for fire, water, and darkness. The date carved beneath this scene matches the one found near the sarcophagus. In the year 1922, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb sent shockwaves across the world. The curse inscribed on the tomb's entrance whispered of death and destruction to those who dared disturb the boy king's eternal rest. Fast forward to 2024, where a far more mysterious tomb emerges from the shifting sands of Egypt, one believed to house the last king of Egypt. Unlike any tomb found before, this one held secrets that could forever change humanity's understanding of life, death, and what lies beyond. At the heart of this tomb was not just a king, but a legend, a ruler who defied time. Measuring nearly 8 feet tall, the king's appearance suggested something beyond human. His hands clutched a metallic book engraved with star maps identifying celestial bodies that modern science only recently confirmed. The final page showed a date, December 21st, 2030, a date that sent chills through the scientific community. Since the dawn of time, humans have wrestled with the inevitability of death. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of humanity's oldest stories, written around 2100 BCE, tells of a king who sought eternal life only to learn that death is the destiny of all men. Similarly, Egyptian pharaohs, believed to be gods on earth, constructed vast pyramids and elaborate tombs, filled with treasures and texts like the Book of the Dead to guide them through the afterlife. Their obsession with immortality shaped the culture, art, and religion of ancient Egypt. The newly discovered tomb, however, suggested a deeper, darker pursuit of eternal life. The presence of advanced metallic tablets inscribed with unknown symbols and star charts hinted at a king who may have discovered a way to defy death. The inscriptions spoke of a journey across the stars, a return home. These texts described a cycle of cataclysmic events that wiped out civilizations every 13,000 years, aligning with modern geological evidence of climate shifts and extinction events. Fear gripped the scientific community when the 2030 date was linked to rare cosmic alignments. Some theorized that the king had knowledge of a coming disaster, one that humanity might not survive. The Anunnaki, ancient deities linked to Mesopotamian and Egyptian mythology, were referenced repeatedly in the texts. They were described as travelers who came from a distant star system to guide humanity, but warned of eventual reckoning if their teachings were forgotten. How could such technology exist thousands of years ago? NASA's confirmation of anomalous signals from the star system identified in the book intensified the mystery. Theories emerged. Some believed the king had made contact with beings far older and wiser than humanity, promising eternal life in exchange for unknown sacrifices. A second sarcophagus, smaller but crafted from the same black stone, lay beside the king's resting place. Carvings on its surface glowed faintly, depicting the same celestial bodies as the metallic book. Yet, this sarcophagus remained sealed. The date carved into it, December 21st, 2030, the same as in the book. The door to the tomb was resealed. With only a few years remaining, the world waits, gripped by fear and fascination. The search for immortality continues, but the cost of uncovering these secrets may be far greater than humanity is prepared to pay. Throughout history, the delicate balance between human ambition and the forces of nature has shaped civilizations. The newly uncovered tomb of Egypt's last king reveals chilling evidence of this timeless struggle. Ancient carvings covering the tomb walls depict humans standing defiantly before towering waves, scorching fires, and celestial storms. These scenes are not mere myths. They represent an ongoing battle between humanity's desire for control and the relentless power of the natural world. The tomb's most striking inscriptions describe a great confrontation between man and divine forces, suggesting that this king might have believed he could overcome nature's ultimate power, death. The tomb's hidden chamber reveals artifacts that seem to blur the line between the terrestrial and the cosmic. Among these relics lies a stone tablet describing the cycle of reckoning, a period of catastrophic events believed to occur every 13,000 years. The patterns described match modern geological records of ice ages, massive volcanic eruptions, and devastating floods. These cycles, once thought to be natural occurrences, are portrayed in the carvings as the will of higher beings. The texts imply that ancient rulers believed these divine forces imposed such cycles as reminders of humanity's place in the universe. In stark contrast to these natural disasters stands the figure of the last king. His image dominates the tomb's walls, always depicted facing these disasters head-on. His stance symbolizes defiance against both natural and divine forces. His possession of a metallic book with star charts suggests he sought knowledge that could grant him dominion over the very cycles believed to govern life and death. The book's star maps precisely match modern observations of distant galaxies, hinting at the possibility that the king sought refuge or answers among the stars. His unspoken message seems clear. To conquer death, one must first challenge the universe itself. Humanity's desire to control the natural world has often clashed with forces far beyond its reach. From the flooding of the Nile that shaped Egyptian civilization to modern hurricanes and earthquakes, nature remains unpredictable. However, the tomb's inscriptions tell a darker story, one where nature's fury is not random, but a deliberate act of divine intervention. The texts describe beings from distant stars, guardians of cosmic order, who punish civilizations that grow too arrogant. According to these records, when humanity forgets its place, nature responds with overwhelming force. This belief may have driven the last king's obsession with mastering knowledge from beyond the stars. Artifacts within the tomb hint at ancient attempts to harness natural power. Theories suggest they could have been used to harness the energy of lightning storms, a dangerous attempt to control nature's most volatile force. Additionally, stone carvings describe rituals performed during solar eclipses, believed to open pathways to divine realms. These practices reflect the king's determination to manipulate celestial events for his own purposes, possibly to delay or prevent the inevitable cycles of destruction. The tomb also contained blueprints for architectural structures that rival modern engineering feats. Detailed diagrams showed plans for buildings that could withstand earthquakes and massive floods. These blueprints indicated that the Egyptians understood the principles of structural integrity far beyond what history currently credits them with. Stone blocks weighing several tons were shown being transported and arranged with apparent ease, using methods still unknown today. This suggests that the last king's era may have tapped into techniques capable of redistributing weight and energy, allowing for construction methods that defied gravity and logic. Are you enjoying the story? Support our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Moreover, fragments of metallic objects found within the tomb possessed properties unknown to current metallurgy. These alloys did not corrode, conducted electricity with remarkable efficiency, and displayed magnetic fields that altered when exposed to light. Some researchers believe these materials were part of an energy system capable of harnessing natural forces. If this theory proves true, it would indicate that ancient civilizations had discovered ways to utilize renewable energy thousands of years before modern advancements. Such knowledge could revolutionize current energy technologies if properly understood and applied. Medical knowledge represented another profound area of rediscovery. Among the relics was a series of tablets describing surgical procedures, herbal remedies, and anatomical drawings that rival modern medical texts. The preserved king's body itself served as a testament to these techniques. His tissues showed no signs of decay, and advanced imaging revealed cellular preservation methods that are beyond today's medical capabilities. These findings suggest that ancient Egyptians might have unlocked biological secrets related to longevity and health, secrets that were buried with their last great ruler. The tomb's deepest chamber provided the most astonishing revelation, a library of metallic scrolls encoded with what appears to be genetic information. These scrolls contain sequences resembling DNA patterns, indicating that the Egyptians might have had knowledge of genetics. The precision of these sequences raises the possibility that the last king's civilization understood the building blocks of life and perhaps even experimented with altering them. Interwoven among these scientific and medical texts were warnings, cautionary messages engraved in multiple languages. These warnings spoke of knowledge being both a gift and a curse. The texts cautioned that certain discoveries, if misused, could lead to destruction on a global scale. References to cataclysmic events and cycles of rebirth echoed throughout these messages, hinting at previous civilizations that may have risen and fallen due to the reckless use of such power. As scholars around the world continue to analyze these artifacts, one undeniable truth emerges. The knowledge buried within this tomb holds the potential to reshape the future. The rediscovery of such advanced understanding challenges the linear narrative of human progress. It suggests that humanity's ancestors were far more advanced than previously believed, possessing wisdom that rivals or even surpasses modern science. The question now is whether humanity can unlock these secrets responsibly, or whether it will repeat the mistakes of the past, leading to the same fate foretold in the tomb's ancient warnings. Myths that were once dismissed as mere tales now reveal startling parallels to historical events. The carvings, artifacts, and texts unearthed from the tomb tell stories that echo legends known worldwide, suggesting that myths may hold hidden truths about humanity's past. The walls of the tomb are covered with scenes depicting battles between gods and men, celestial journeys, and catastrophic floods. These images closely resemble narratives from various ancient cultures, such as the Mesopotamian tale of Gilgamesh, the Greek story of Prometheus, and even the biblical flood described in Genesis. What makes these depictions remarkable is the consistency of their themes. Divine beings bringing knowledge, humanity challenging higher powers, and devastating consequences for hubris. This suggests that what we perceive as myths may in fact be fragmented memories of real historical events encoded through symbolic storytelling. Another recurring theme found in the tomb's inscriptions is the concept of a golden age, a period of peace, prosperity, and advanced knowledge. Many cultures reference such an era, including the Greeks' Age of Cronus, the Hindu Satya Yuga, and the Egyptian period of Zep Tepi, or the First Time. The texts hint that this golden age ended abruptly due to a catastrophic event, after which survivors encoded their knowledge into myths for future generations. This suggests that myths served as survival guides, passing down essential knowledge disguised as stories to prevent it from being lost. The presence of star maps and astronomical records within the tomb strengthens the link between myth and history. These maps not only align with constellations known today, but also include positions of celestial bodies that would have been visible during specific periods in the distant past. The accuracy of these records implies that ancient civilizations had a far more advanced understanding of astronomy than previously believed. This raises the question of whether myths about gods residing among the stars were actually descriptions of real cosmic knowledge and exploration. Additionally, the tomb contains texts describing cycles of destruction and rebirth. According to these records, humanity has risen and fallen multiple times, each era ending with natural disasters triggered by cosmic alignments. This narrative aligns with myths from across the globe, such as the Mayan long count calendar predicting cycles of creation and destruction, and the Hindu concept of Kalpas, representing cosmic cycles. The consistency of these stories across unrelated cultures suggests a shared historical memory encoded in myth. Moreover, certain artifacts discovered in the tomb provide physical evidence supporting these stories. The descriptions of these tools in the accompanying texts mirror myths of divine weapons wielded by gods, tools capable of altering landscapes and manipulating natural forces. Such findings suggest that myths of divine power may have been rooted in real technological achievements, later mythologized as divine acts. Perhaps the most profound revelation from the tomb is a series of warnings. These cautionary messages describe the misuse of knowledge and the dangers of defying cosmic laws. They speak of civilizations destroyed by their own ambition, echoing stories like Atlantis sinking beneath the waves and the Tower of Babel crumbling due to human pride. If you're enjoying uncovering mysteries, consider giving a super thanks. By staying connected, you're helping this story grow and keeping the journey alive. As the sands of Egypt slowly reclaimed the tomb's entrance, the knowledge uncovered within its depths echoed far beyond the desert. The tomb of Egypt's last king offered more than relics or treasure. It presented a challenge to everything humanity thought it understood about its origins. For centuries, myths have been dismissed as fantasy, and history has been treated as a linear path of progress. Yet this discovery blurred those distinctions, showing that ancient knowledge, cosmic connections, and stories of divine encounters were more than symbolic tales. They were fragments of truths humanity had forgotten. The preserved king, clutching his metallic book of star maps, stood as a silent reminder of a past where ambition reached beyond the skies. His existence raised profound questions about human potential and the risks tied to unchecked desire for power. The tomb's inscriptions, detailing advanced technology, cosmic cycles, and genetic knowledge, hinted at an age when civilizations may have risen to great heights, only to be brought low by forces they could not control. This wasn't just history, it was a warning. Throughout the tomb, the recurring theme of cycles persisted, civilizations rising, reaching for immortality, and falling into oblivion. The star maps pointing to distant galaxies, the references to cosmic guardians, and the prophecies etched into black stone all wove together a narrative far larger than one king or empire. They spoke of humanity's place within a vast, interconnected universe where knowledge came with responsibility. The last king's pursuit of immortality was more than a personal ambition. It reflected a universal human desire to transcend mortality and uncover the unknown. But his story also revealed the dangers of defying cosmic balance. His perfectly preserved body, advanced technologies, and cryptic messages suggested that knowledge alone was not enough. Understanding and wisdom must accompany discovery, or the consequences could be catastrophic. Thanks for watching. Join our community by subscribing to this channel. Until the next video.